Welcome to the AFC North Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight and analysis on all things AFC North from the best creators in the division, including Baltimore Ravens creator Sam, Pittsburgh Steelers creator Mark, Cleveland Browns creator Chef Zay, and Cincinnati Bengals creator Zim. Catch the AFC North Roundtable every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the AFC North Roundtable YouTube channel. We turn the page towards looking at the draft and free agency. We are a little over a month and a week away from the free agency period kicking off. About a month after that will be the draft. So there's a lot to look forward to here. And with all these new changes within this division, you got to think there's going to be a ton of shakeup within the roster as well that we can expect. So let's dive into what we can expect to see from your guys' teams in terms of roster turnover and what they're going to do with the salary cap. So I'm going to start here with you, Zim, and taking a look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, they're the only team in the division that did not make a head coaching change, but obviously, since he falls short yet again last year with the injury to Joe Burrow, defense once again not being what everyone would hope in Cincinnati, you got to expect more changes around the horizon for Cincinnati to get back into that Super Bowl window that they were just in a couple of years ago. So with the amount of cap space in mind, draft capital in mind, what can we expect to see from Cincinnati this offseason?
For Bengals fans, we're hoping that we can get some creativity as far as like the actual contracts that we need to get restructures on to get that extra player or so, right? I looked at this, and I don't know if people knew this too. Like in 2024, 6 out of the 7 playoff teams were at the lowest in terms of cash spent. So to me, it's not always about like the amount of money that you're spending. The Bengals have all the cap space, but the problem that they're having is they're not alleviating and being creative with their contracts. Like a contract like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, there's no risk to it. So there are different things in their contract where they can restructure, pull extra money from all day, easy, clear up like 20, 30 cap, like 20, 30 million per player. Like we can go get an extra 40 mil. Currently right now, the Bengals are the 7th highest cap space in the NFL because of the miseducation online. People somehow think that we spent all this money on Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase, which is like the most idiotic thing I've heard like on the internet. Yes, the offense is one of the highest paid offenses in the NFL, but it's no different than a team that's spending a crazy amount of money on defense or whatever, right? Like it's not like we're spending so much more money than like it's not like that. And they do have cap space and they do have flexibility because they don't have anybody on defense that's getting major cash. But the problem that I think that they're running into is like when we just paid Trey Hendrickson, if they would have got creative with some of the stuff, I think they would have had enough to go get like an extra player or two. So those are the things that I want them to do. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins have been on in Radio Row. Jamar announced that he's doing a new podcast coming up with T. Higgins helping him out. He also talked about they were talking about big names today. Max Crosby, talking about Jeff Simmons. They were talking about defense wins championships. So the players are now on board. Even T. Higgins had a quote like a day or two ago saying that they're fed up with not making the playoffs. They're angry. They have the means without doing any of the stuff that I'm saying to go sign big players. Like I want them to sign like Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from the Jaguars. I want them to sign Leo Chenot, the linebacker formerly from the Chiefs, right? They have the means to do those simple things. I want them to do some extra restructures to just go get extra players in on top of that. And then I think people will start to see like some of their plans start to come to fruition. The problem isn't drafting a Shamar Stewart in the first round. The problem is drafting that and expecting him to be the guy and nobody else. Like you got to have like contingency plans here all over the roster. I think the offensive line, everybody is all paid. All the tight end, Gesicki's under contract. Running back, Chase Brown might get an extension. He may not. It's not a crazy situation. All the wide receivers are paid up. The quarterback's paid up. The tackles are paid up. The most expensive positions in football are paid up for the Bengals. They just need to go and get the veteran people that they did like in 2021 to shore up the roster. And hopefully in the draft too, if you got a top 10 pick, you come back with a premium, another defensive talent. Hopefully you get one of the big guys like Bain, Bailey, or Caleb Downs is who I want. You get one of those guys, and then you just keep it pushing.
Bengals have some money that they can spend right now, according to Spot Track, $54.6 million. That's not including the $25-ish million that we'll see in an increase of the salary cap moving forward here, restructures as well. So they certainly got the cash available. Speaking of the Super Bowl, we are just a few days away. And look, we got to watch the freaking Patriots again, fellas. So we need something to root for here. That's where our friends at Sleeper come in. You got to get it on the action. You got to have something to fight for on Super Bowl Sunday. And if your team can't be in it, you might as well be in on the action with a Sleeper slip. Here's mine. I got Sam Darnold more than 228.5. Kenneth Walker to get into the end zone. JSN more than 94.5. And I think Drake May is going to be scrambling a lot with that defense of Seattle coming after him. I got him more than 37.5 rush yards. You can tell that. Or, of course, create your own via the link in the description below. You click that, sign up for Sleeper, and then once you do, you will immediately get a free $20 entry. You can use that for the Super Bowl, of course, NBA, NHL, you name it. It's all on Sleeper. Once you use that free $20 entry, use the promo code on your screen, RTS, and that will get you a 100% match up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper terms of use for details. Currently available in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper via the link in the description below. Once that Super Bowl comes to a conclusion, and God knows we're all rooting for that.
Roundtable Sports Network is your one-stop shop for all things NFL, with daily live shows covering all 8 divisions in the league, hosted by the best content creators on the web, all on one network. Catch the AFC East live every Monday at 7 p.m. and on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. The AFC West Roundtable live Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. The AFC North Roundtable live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. The AFC South Roundtable live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. The NFC East Roundtable live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. The NFC West Roundtable live at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights. The NFC North Roundtable is at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, and the NFC South Roundtable is live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST. And of course, fourth and forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network covering all things NFL at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel. Real coverage, real fans.